Aimee Mann is a songwriter known for her dark characters lurking in the shadows, junkies, lovers on the run, the lonely, and the forgotten. First recognized in the 1980s with new wave project Til Tuesday, Aimee Mann has since released 10 solo albums including Bachelor No. 2, The Forgotten Arm, Charmer, and Mental Illness. She has contributed to numerous film and TV soundtracks including Magnolia, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Jerry Maguire, and The Chair Company. Mann can also be seen in acting cameos in The Big Lebowski and Portlandia. Join us today on The Mad Collectors as we explore our favorite Aimee Mann release, 2002's Lost in Space. It took
Greetings.
It took nothing to get here at all.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Whew.
Minimal effort.
Just flew in from the coast, and boy, are my arms tired.
Let me tell you, Lost in Space. Lost in Space. So as you know from last week's show, we got lost in space. We were stuck in a retrograde orbit around Neptune, and but that was a different situation because we had each other.
That's right.
Right. Like there are sometimes when you're lost in space and you're literally all alone. Maybe you get sent on a solo mission to go save your dying son. Maybe you have to go investigate a mysterious probe around Jupiter. But whatever reason, you're by yourself, and the isolation and all that time to think about, what brought me here.
Why did the onboard computer try to kill us all?
Why? So that brings us to this week's show, Lost in Space, Aimee Mann. 2002 release? Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Which I had to remember because for some reason I thought it was much later, but it's not.
Right. It a stellar release from Miss Aimee Mann, an artist that is everywhere, and you might not even realize it.
Yes.
Because she has outside of her solo career, she's also worked with Til Tuesday, had a hit in the 80s with Voices Carry, and then so much soundtrack and TV work. Yeah, my goodness, that's probably where I discovered her. I might have seen her on Buffy the Vampire Slayer or The Big Lebowski. She has a role in that.
Yep.
Portlandia. She plays a maid in Portlandia. So she's all over the place.
Right.
The Magnolia soundtrack. That's
right.
That might be where I first heard it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think I mean, obviously, I loved Voices Carry. I still do. I think it's like one of the best songs of that era. And it's probably just like partially a nostalgia thing for me, but I just remember it being like this weird, like it's a weird, like haunting sort of track in general, which I think is kind of indicative of her music in general, like from there forward. But I definitely remember that one. And then honestly, when I really got into her was this record, Lost in Space, that we're talking about. I saw and heard Magnolia and the soundtrack, and that was great. But was not like, I wasn't like, oh, let me go seek out more Aimee Mann. It's just kind of like you said, like I knew she was around, but I didn't put it all together. And then this one came out, and I'd heard Bachelor No. 2. I'd heard, things here and there, but this was the one that I was like, whoa, like it was just kind of perfect storm.
Right. Oh, and you know what? While you were doing your spiel, I remember where I actually first heard Aimee Mann singing backup on Rush's "Time Stands Still."
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's the only time Rush ever had a guest anything, especially in the vocal department. She sings one line on 1987's "Time Stands Still," and it's a video that will make your eyes bleed. I dare you to look it up. It is like some green screen a green screen catastrophe. But
Oh,
that's definitely where I first heard Aimee Mann was on that track.
I love it.
But coming to this thing, this is one that has always resonated with me, and I've never really understood, like, why does this album connect to me, and that's fascinating to me because there's she's got a big catalog and there's a lot of great stuff in there, but this one, what is it about this one?
Right.
And part of it is kind of the presentation, and we'll have better graphics, so you don't have to see
right.
It's gonna pop up on the screens. Nobody has to endure this, but
right.
It's got this cool artwork that has like some power lines on the front, and like a little mini comic book inside.
Right.
And the intro comic kind of sets you up with this character. You don't know who he is. It's like just vague enough, but just broad enough to relate to anybody and everybody. This person who's come out of a relationship, come out of a career, come out of something, and they're on their own, and they're having reflective time, like a walk around the neighborhood.
Right.
And during this lonely walk around the neighborhood, they're lost in space, inner space. And the guy hears "Happy Birthday," and it brings out these nostalgic feelings, and until he realizes that it's coming out of like one of those automatic birthday cards, like a birthday card that sings "Happy Birthday" when you open it up. It's inside of a trash can. So then that totally spins the guy's perspective. Right. And that's your intro to the album. So it's kind of setting the mood right away. There's this person that's adrift, and that sets up, pretty well the first song, Humpty Dumpty. Oh. another track of broken characters.
Yep. And such a great intro song. I mean, it just jumps.
Oh yeah.
Right in. Yeah. Like the melody, I feel like the melody is amazing. I feel like the way it just like that's just the you're just straight into the world. And it really is kind of, I mean, as you just said with this comic book, it's like it is a world unto itself, this record. Like it's just a little capsule of like what's going on in this character. You're assuming, I mean, there's other characters that are kind of floating in and out, but it's mainly whoever this person is who's just kind of floating in space and trying to figure out where life has gone or is going to go or went wrong or whatever. The Humpty Dumpty, if you will.
Yeah. And the chorus of that song is pretty great. So take back the keys and drive, drive forever. Staging won't put these futures back together, and all the perfect drugs and superheroes wouldn't be enough to bring me back to zero. So, and my note that I made here was sad Beatles. I was like, what if Leonard Cohen produced Abbey Road instead of George Martin? And that's how I feel about this whole album. It really does have like this great melodicism, and there's these string arrangements, but overall this melancholy, this sadness.
Yeah. It definitely is and I feel like, what do we say, 2002, right?
Right.
I mean, that's a pretty weird time in America in general. And I think there's part of it that kind of speaks to that. Like, I feel like in the middle half, there's like a whole chunk that could definitely be like just America. Oh, yeah. coming off of 2000 election, 2001, like September 11, the whole works. Like, when this record got put out, it was a pretty heavy time. And so it's like, it definitely feels like that. Like even now when I listening to it over the last week a lot, both as research material and also as just like loving it all over again. It definitely has that like feeling of, wow, I think things have been better. I really wish...
uncertainty and set adrift. There's definitely,
yeah.
A lot of stuff from that time had that that flavor. Yoshimi versus the Pink Robots and Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. Both of those kind of have a somber, like Not too different from what we were talking about last week. How we were coming off a big party decade, and then like a sobering set of events kind of bring you into a different headspace.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. And keeping on moving. Here's one, High on Sunday 51. How do you interpret that title?
High on Sunday.
Is 51, is that a highway, or is that the person's age? How do you read that?
Man, I have never fully deciphered it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's like rums that are 151, but because at first I was like, oh, it's like a drinking thing, but I was like, no, that's 151, not 51. So yeah, I mean, it feels like it could be a highway for sure. Like you're going for a Sunday drive. But then like it could also be like literally the 51st Sunday that you're high, because there's definitely the mention of heroin in there, and not heroin with an E on the end of it.
Right. Yeah. It's worth noting that is like an ongoing theme. There's a kind of an addiction, or running from addiction, or dealing with it.
Definitely drugs in like almost every song.
Yeah. It's not subtle.
No.
Like, I mean, for example, this chorus, this verse, the monkey knows how you'll react, creating want by holding back. That definitely sounds like somebody like justifying, oh, well, I'm just going to do it today. And then, tomorrow I'm going to start cutting back.
Right.
Like some reverse pyromaniac. Let me try, baby, try.
Yeah. I like the reverse pyromaniac image.
Yeah.
I like that. Right. I just like putting out fires.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, okay. I gotcha.
But yeah, that's an ongoing thing, but that's also lost in space, because a person with an addiction problem would spend a lot of time in here, just a lot of time just self-reflecting and shaming themselves and punishing, kind of beating themselves up.
Right.
Maybe, or not. Maybe they love it. Maybe it's
right.
Maybe they take the Sid Vicious approach, and it's very nihilistic, and like, oh, today's the day I blow it up.
Right. Today is, yeah. And I mean, I wonder if, I don't know, I probably should have looked this up before we started, but now I'm like, oh, what does the 51 on that mean? Yeah. Like, I wonder if it's like a recovery thing too, if there's like a certain number of days that, and like on Sunday 51, I blew it and I decided to get high again. I don't know.
Maybe so. Fell off
I'm sure somebody will see this and be like, you idiot. Probably Aimee Mann. Aimee Mann. She'll be like, ugh, these two.
We need some controversy.
Yes.
Controversy. That's what makes the YouTube shows thrive, is controversy. So let me throw in some controversy. I would say this is a concept album. Because the comic in the packaging, and just the theme of addiction and loss, and mourning and melancholy that carries all the way through it. And I will stand on this musical mountain and say that Lost in Space is a better concept album than The Wall or Tommy.
Oh, wow.
So hopefully that'll create some controversy.
I think that's controversy, but not with me, because I would totally agree.
because it's more coherent, and like you can follow through and you can relate to it. Like I can't relate to The Wall. I mean, I can relate to some parts of The Wall, but when we get to like the fourth quarter with the Nazi stuff, like, I don't get this. Right. Like, fucking count me out. And Tommy, likewise, it's like, okay, I can jump the shark and pretend I'm this daredevil type character with expanded senses. Plays pinball. Okay,
yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
But man, the Lost in Space, this is some real human shit that regular folks who are not Pete Townsend or Roger Waters can relate to.
Right. And I think I think the idea of a concept record is usually, it's got to be like The Wall or Tommy, it's got to be like a bloated giant, 2 hour plus magnum opus. And instead this one's like 43 minutes. I think it's under 40. definitely under 45 minutes. And it's, no song is like, I think, really above the 4 or 5 minute mark. It's just like very concise. And yeah, like you said, you can just follow along. It's like you kind of can inhabit those worlds. And you can take it song by song, but I would agree that, I don't know if I couldn't find anything where Miss Mann has actually spoken that much about it. But I don't think she would. I don't know. Maybe she would. So if you hear this, you can argue with me, please. just talk.
Yeah, sure.
But I think that, like, I think she'd probably say it was, in some ways, there's definitely like a beginning and a middle and an end to a story that this is following for sure.
Yeah.
Whether it's like minute by minute or anything like that, I think it's like,
Right.
definitely, like you said, lost in space can mean a lot of different spaces. And I think you get lost in them throughout this record, no matter what.
Oh, no doubt. Which takes us to the title track, Lost in Space. And this is a fun one musically because she spins off with several words: glare, care, wear, and air. And that's the tag of each verse leading us into the chorus. Glare. Right. And this one also has my favorite bridge lyrics, which is split like a cell and then cannot tell a line from its parallel.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah. I like I feel like she really nailed the wordplay on a lot of these.
Yes.
And there's a lot of references to things. We didn't say this. I had to look it up. Actually on High on Sunday 51, I think the thing about the Rubicon.
Right.
And I was like, what is that? And it's basically, it's a lot of things, but among others, it is, the kind of point of no return, which references like a river in Italy that's like really hard to cross, I believe, or sail on because it's really shallow. But in the sense of what she's saying there, you're like, oh, got it. Yep. The nautical theme carries through. But yeah, Lost in Space as a song, it's one of my favorites on here. We skip, This Is How It Goes is next.
This Is How It Goes. And that was the one that was on TV.
Yep.
That was on some TV shows.
Yep.
I have a note about this one. Best chorus so far.
Oh, yes. It is a good one.
It says, classic rock feeling.
Yep.
This is the one that made me think of like Led Zeppelin 2 for some reason.
It's all about drugs. It's all about shame. And whatever they want, don't tell them your name.
Right. Nice.
I like that.
So again, dealing with that monkey, talking to the monkey.
Right. He's seemingly always there. You got the idea that you're kind of bummed out, wandering around town. Guy has he's got a sordid history.
Right. I think we find out later his name is Mario.
Oh, that's right. Yep. We found that out maybe in Pavlov's Bell. Is that right?
Right. So kind of shift, just easing on into the next song, which is Guys Like Me. And this one
like me.
This one's a little more sparse. It's kind of based around an organ and vocal. But my notes here are watch out for the guitar tone at 151. Oh. It melts you. It reminds me of
so good.
Lucinda Williams, guitar player. She had a live album, Live at the Fillmore.
Yeah.
And just raging guitar solos all over that thing. Super saturated. Just sounds like a tiny, tiny speaker just melting.
Yes.
That's what happens on this track is watch out for the guitar tone.
It's actually one of the things we're about to talk about again. Because Pavlov's Bell has the same idea. That whole when the guitar comes in on Guys Like Me, because it's a pretty laid back song and it's pretty just chill doing its thing. Right. And then, when that comes in, it's like, whoa, I know I just said the thing about nothing jumps out like it shouldn't, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't jump out like it shouldn't. It jumps out in exactly the right way. It just like, it's very emotionally satisfying.
Oh yeah.
As a tone, as a part. Like, it's like, wow, it makes the song feel almost sadder than it already is.
Oh yeah.
In its own way. Like, you're like, wow, yep, I didn't think it could get heavier. And then it did.
The guitar solo can do that. It can sell an emotion like nothing else. Like, what? Really, think about Purple Rain without the guitar solo.
Right.
Would it be as resonating?
No, it'd just be kind of fuchsia rain.
It'd just be fuchsia. Just be like light fuchsia rain.
Right. Yeah.
So, but leading up to what was probably both of our favorite track here, and the most rockin', the most upbeat track, the centerpiece of the album, both figuratively and literally, Pavlov's Bell.
Oof, it's a goodie. I could listen to this song. I pretty much anytime I put this record on, this song plays, and then I immediately replay this song just because I want to hear it all over again. Yeah.
So that title is going back to the old going back to the psychological experiment of fucking with your mic. When ringing a bell and then feeding a dog. And then ringing a bell, feeding a dog.
Yeah.
The dog has the same reaction every day. It gets excited when it hears the bell.
Yeah.
So one day you ring the bell, but you don't feed the dog. The dog still gets excited.
Yeah.
And this is very much this is very much the world of the person dealing with addiction.
Right.
You've got these triggers, you got these rituals. It's like, I do this thing at breakfast, I do this thing for lunch, I do this thing for whatever your ritual is. So that's how I'm reading the Pavlov Bell into the world of the Lost in Space person.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
so much goodness.
It's just somebody dealing with their daily triggers.
Right.
And musically, you got some more of the melty guitar. I made notes. Melty guitar at 205, and then melty guitar again at 355 to 417.
That is, as a person, as a guitarist of some kind, I don't enjoy fuzz as an effect all the time, because I feel like sometimes it washes out everything else. This is the way that you use it to its best. Like, it sounds like the amp wants to die.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like you're pushing everything past its limit, but it's really, I don't know exactly what the fuzz, it might be like a fuzz face maybe. I'm not good with identifying those kind of things, but it's got that, I think what they call it, that chewy fuzz sound, where it's just like so nasty. And and he lets it, or they let it, just like some of those bends, they let it go till it's like feeding back. So that like in the moment there was also some pretty serious volume going on while they're tracking that, because it's like, it's not the kind of sound you can get from like a tiny little amp that's barely like cooking. Like, you have to have whatever it is, like pretty raging, and then hit it with that guy.
Taking it to the edge.
Yeah. And it's such a great solo that's literally just kind of restating the melody in its own way. Like,
right.
And then the way that they do it and then kill it that first time into like the bringing everything down. And then John Sands does one of his great deals where it's like he takes that beat that he's played pretty much every other verse, and he like breaks it down to it's basically just kick and snare. But then the second half, he like goes in these like 16th notes on the hi-hat. I'm really nerdy about this part. And it just like, it makes, especially live, I remember watching them play this. I think they played this on Conan, maybe. I should have looked up the live performance. I have like a live DVD of them doing this. It's really great too. But I remember watching that. That was the first time I'd seen this band do the thing. And watching when he goes into that last verse, the second half of that last verse, when he changes that, how it like physically shifts everybody on stage with him. They all like click into like a new gear, because it's like suddenly it's like now it's like even more like I mean this. Like, giddy up, let's go. Because you know that big solo's coming at the end again. Nice. It's almost like he's like prepping you for that. Like, there's about to be a guitar just literally melt in somebody's hand.
I'm glad you mentioned live versions, because there is an anniversary edition of this album that has a bonus disc with some live stuff. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
Cool. I think I just have the original 2002 edition.
Yeah.
But,
I think they put it out on wax too, but I think it was very, very limited, because I tried to find it and it was very expensive. And I was like, sorry.
I did some research. It looked like the actual tour from 2002 or 2003, they would typically feature about 6 songs off this album, and then the rest of it would be other stuff.
Right.
Other stuff. Bachelor No. 2 and Voices Carry and whatnot.
Right.
But then there is a anniversary tour recently. I don't know, 2023 maybe.
Was it the 20th and a half or something?
Right. Oh yeah. It's some odd number. Yeah. But on that tour, she really does play the thing from top to bottom. Plays the whole album, and a lot of for a lot of these tracks, that was their debut. They didn't even get played back in the day.
Right. Yeah, because you can kind of see that too. Like some of them, it would be hard to translate them to the live setting. I mean, they're so mellow, or it's just, I'm sure like once you try and work a song up, it's been only a studio thing. I mean, I'm sure we've both done that at different points, but you're just like, this is weird. Why does this not feel right anymore?
And there's 2 tracks with a full string arrangement. Fucking audio. String arrangements. So, that's a lot of people you got to hire.
Or you just get one Mellotron.
Or just one Mellotron.
And you just go wobble, 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 wobble. That's exactly how a Mellotron sounds, kids.
Wobble, wobble, wobble. Things are weird. Aren't they like playing recorded tape loops? Isn't that how a Mellotron works?
Yeah, they have these little like discs, like floppies, basically. Not littles. They're big. I think they're bigger sometimes than a record. And you just like insert those in, and it's like strings. And the wobble is literally the disc being read by a needle.
All right,
roughly, but it's like the wobble is just like however wobbly the disc was. So weird.
Supposedly the original Mellotrons were a pain in the ass on the stage, and just a nightmare, a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, why would you take that out anywhere?
I think they improved over version 2.0 or 3.0, whatever.
Right.
But those initial ones, like the ones that we consider the classic, the classic Mellotron sounds, like In the Court of the Crimson King and fucking Led Zeppelin too. Those were horrible to deal with on stage.
Like, that's why you leave them at home, kids. You just figure it out on the road.
So here's some other bad news. Bad news.
Real bad news.
This is another one with some nice organ work and centered around some organ bits.
Real bad news.
And probably the best bridge, in my opinion. The lyric bridge is, "I've got love and anger, they come as a pair. You can take your chances, but buyer beware."
Oh, yep.
That's
this is also, if I remember right, I think this is Jay Belleros playing drums. The guy I was just talking about. I think this is the one song he fully plays drums start to finish on this one.
Nice.
Yeah. It's like, and it is sort of a different, it's like that thing of like, oh, it's a little bit different feel than some of the others. But yeah.
Well, this next one is, it seems like neither of us would like this track, but I do like it a lot because it has no drums or bass.
That's right.
Invisible Ink.
Now we're going to erase everything we just said.
Yes, everything we just said was lies, and bullshit. Just we just want the clicks. We just want the clicks.
That's right.
Speaking of clicks, we never say like and subscribe. We should do that.
Here's the controversy. We don't want you to really click links. Here's the We're still going to talk about music, whether you watch this or not. But still, if other people showed up, that's great. Yeah.
But yeah, Invisible Ink. So no bass, no drums. This is a just an acoustic guitar and a string section. But it's a really great string arrangement. It really comes to life. It really bounces around. A great chorus that shows up super late. Like you don't even think there's going to be a chorus to the song. So you're like 2.5 minutes deep, and then there it is.
Right.
This lilting chorus. So the chorus arrives late, but then it comes back real quick. So there's two choruses, but they're really close together.
Yes.
The string section was arranged by Jonathan Quarmby. So he did this one, and the closing track, It's Not, have a string section by him. What are your other feelings about Invisible Ink?
Chorus. I love any song whose chorus is like held out for like forever. I think it's one of the things I love about Robert Smith is that that man will write a song. I mean, he'll write a song without a chorus like every day. But he also has those times. I think some of my favorite Cure songs are like the songs where it's like you're like a minute and a half, 2 minutes in before there is even a lyric. And you're like, was this going to be an instrumental? And then he like suddenly just tacked it on. Like, what just happened? But you're like, I can't imagine it any other way. And it's kind of like that. Like, the fact that it's like, you're just like, again, I love the song. But I do love the fact that it waits so long to give you that chorus. I guess to give you the fix, to borrow another phrase from the record. Like you're waiting on it, and then it comes, but it is way down there.
Well, cruising along. Today's the day. This is one. It's the most spacey.
Yep.
Like this one has a lot of instrumentation that does sound like it belongs on Yoshimi versus the Pink Robots or Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. Lots of spacey keyboard bits and like kind of trippy space guitar.
Right.
But lyrically, it's about running off. Right. So some lyrics include, so better pack your bags and run, send it into oblivion, or you don't look like everyone that anyone would care about, and do what you do until it buries you. This also sounds like a great plot for an HBO show. Like somebody running away from their troubles and taking life to the edge,
Right.
This one very very cinematic. It really just high drama. The running away is quite real by this point. Today's the day. We're out of here. Today's the day. We're gone.
Right. It's also interesting that, like, I think I just realized all this, that the image in the comic adjacent to the lyric is the car at the like motor hotel, like the motor court. So it's like, are they running away with somebody else? Because there's all the Mario stuff was like, is that the wife of Mario talking to Mario about, or is it the other lady, maybe? All that fun stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's mysterious because the comic and a lot of the lyrics insinuate that this perspective is from a guy's perspective.
Right.
So Aimee Mann pretending to be a man for the sake of narrative.
Right.
But that's a cool thing, because I think she understands a lot of her listeners, indie rock dudes.
Right.
Like, it makes it more relatable to us, to people like me and you.
Right. To guys like me.
Oh man! Now, and after the Runaway song,
Yep.
Today's the Day, we get this one might be my second favorite track, or maybe it's my favorite track.
It's a great
I'm-
it's a great song that I did not
The
love initially. Like,
Yeah,
I think when I
the
first
Moth?
got it. Yeah, when I
We're
first
talking about the Moth.
got this record, I was like, yeah, okay. Because the first like what, 8 songs, 9 songs are so strong. It's like by the end you're like, I don't know, do you need any more? Like, I think we're good. I think you have like made my favorite record in the last 20 years. It's fine. But so I like always kind of was like, oh, the Moth, I don't know. And now I really love it. Like, I love the little keyboard line. That's another one of those like great little melodies that is not a Wurlitzer. I don't know what that is, but it's a great keyboard line. That's one of those where the drums have been treated. I think he's playing with the like little leather tipped like paddle kind of deals, I believe, and he's playing like live. He does like a shaker in one hand. I think it's great.
Thank you for referencing paddles, because I didn't know what the fuck it was. In the credits, I see Aimee Mann is credited with playing paddles. What the fuck is a paddle?
There you go. It's like a kind of like a stick with like a big wide. It's not a tip at that point because it's big, but it's like a wide, probably
like you'd see in a rowboat.
kind of. But it's like, I think they're made of leather, like 2 pieces of leather kind of stitched together. So it's like closed like that, but it's like a big square. And so when you hit it, it's like this kind of like thwappy, like wacky sound instead of like a sharp snare sound. So even if you were to hit like a rim shot, it would still be this like a little bit more thump than like the crack of a snare. Yeah.
Solved.
But they also, like, I've seen him do it. This might be the one where he plays it on his leg. I think he pulls the mic. There's like a he has an auxiliary mic that he just pulls down and he plays it on his legs.
Oh, wow.
And you can hear when you hear it, you're like, oh my God, that's totally what they did in the studio. They played that. It's like on your leg. And then he flips up to the drums and, brings for the chorus, brings in the drums. But yeah, it's really cool. Again, it's very inspiring for me as a drummer who was about to, I think the band I was in we were going to record ish soon. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely stole some of the ideas of like, let's do this on the floor, like live as we would do it, when you record, which I don't think they probably did. They're probably like, no, don't do that. You isolate it. But
So this one has some, great lyrics as well. The moth don't care when he sees the flame. He might get burned, but he's in the game. So this, to me, it's more of that self-destruction.
Yeah.
So, this whatever it is that's going on with this person, whether it's relationship or addiction, there's some self-destruction.
absolutely.
And to me, this is like, man, this is the song that James Hetfield has been trying to write for 30 years. He really has. I mean, seriously, from the Black Album through Saint Anger to Hardwired to Self-Destruct, James Hetfield's been trying to write this. Like, I could destroy myself. I can't stop.
Right.
I'm a moth getting close to the flame.
Right.
But Amy does it in a really melodic way that James just wishes he could.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, it's a lot of artists and people just in general can relate to this. Sometimes we just do shit that this isn't a good deal. This is a bad setup, but you just do it. You just got to do it.
Right.
You're just compelled.
Yeah.
Something pulls you into these bad decisions.
Right. And you don't care because at least I'm in the game. It's like, at least I'm doing something. Like today, maybe it's not a great something, but
yeah,
you're doing it. You do you, boo.
And that's the other reason Lost in Space is a great concept album, because it doesn't have a nice, tidy ending. You know, there's no
Right.
love reign over me or
Right.
fucking anything like that to like, oh, and then there's a happy ending. I mean, this is it's kind of bleak. I mean, the last track is called It's Not.
Yes.
I mean, it's fucking it's a real human despair.
right.
And she's got such a knack for that. And you know what? I know, you know, she's probably speaking a little bit from personal experience with mental illness and addiction, but
Sure.
she's also just, you know, a great crafter of words. I mean, she's really just working with a great set of crayons in her coloring book.
Right.
As I was
right.
saying that earlier. And on that last track, It's Not, she finally makes a reference to outer space when she
Right.
says, let me fall into the dream of the astronaut when I get lost in space that goes on forever. So now
Yeah.
we've gone from, you know, several tracks of introspective inner space, and now we've taken the metaphor to the galaxy.
Yeah, and I love the like, and I believe it's you who could make it better, though it's not. No, it's not. No,
Right.
it's not. Like, oh, Aimee. Oh,
Yeah.
Aimee, why? Why you hurt me so bad? Yeah, it's a.
But that's that honest, you know, that's what makes it real. That's the real.
Yeah, I mean, it just like all of it is like it's such a good. I don't know. It's like, you know, that I think the thing that makes it so great for me is that it, you know, that she had very specific things, I'm sure, that she was writing about, at least to some degree. Maybe not all of them. And whether it was created as like a cinematic sort of in scope sort of concept record or not, you know, whatever, debatable. I'm sure she knows. But it's just each song I feel like has like those things, as you alluded to, that like relate and are so relatable and easy to like kind of latch onto as a feeling. Like everybody, whether you've been addicted to any sort of substance or, you know, emotionally addicted or whatever, like you've had that sensation of like, I gotta have this thing, or, you know, to complete me in whatever way, you know. And you can relate to like the feelings that come along with that, which are not always great. I mean,
Right.
you don't, and there's no neat and tidy end to most relationships or, you know, anything. Like anything that comes to an end rarely comes to an end in a very like clean cut.
Right.
Everything was here and now it's not kind of way, you know. Which is great.
And that takes us to the outro comic, which really does kind of tie it all together.
Yep.
Like with a little bow. Because the outro comic has our character, again, he's on a lonely drive late at night, and he sees this farmhouse on the hill, and he's listening to music. And that's kind of his thing. And he's getting lost in this song. And then he sees this farmhouse on top of the hill, and then when the song ends, the spell breaks.
Yep.
And he's like, what the hell am I doing? And he goes back home. And then again, he goes to his basement and he puts on a record and he gets lost in the music, and he gets lost in that inner dialogue and that self-reflection. And for a little bit, he feels all right. Everything's all right. And then the song ends.
Yep.
And that's magic, and that's what happens to the listener of this album,
right?
But that's all of what, you know, happens to the listener of many albums. I mean, you get taken to a different dimension, a musical
Right.
dimension, and you forget about where you are and all the horribleness in your daily life,
Right?
All standing in dishwater, or having bro country bands bitch about their logo. I mean.
Yeah.
And then you're free from that for a
Right.
minute, and until the song ends.
Yep.
So
Then the record ended. Oh
and then the
well.
record- oh well.
Oh well. Like, I guess I'm stuck.
Well, I'm glad we talked about this album, Ford. It's always been a favorite of mine. It's definitely my favorite in the Aimee Mann collection.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, I think it's worth mentioning as well. I think this was her 4th release. Yeah. And because she had 2 records in the 90s, I think Whatever and I'm with Stupid.
Yep.
Almost immediately. Well, even before, and like, was it Til Tuesday? Yeah. In those days, they had label troubles. She's always had label problems. By the time she got to like Bachelor No. 2, I think the record label didn't even want to put it out. And she wound up creating her own label and putting it out without them, which became a whole thing. And this was the first time she released a record completely on Super Ego, which is her own thing, which is kind of, I mean, not kind of, as especially in 2002 era music world, that's awesome. Like, to be able to just be like, yeah, I did this. I made this thing and we're going to put it out. And that's the way it is. I mean, the world is very different now for musicians and how they release music and all that. But in those days, which is crazy to say.
It was a big leap to say, I'm going to do this on my own, because it generally meant, hey, I'm going to do this with absolutely no support.
Right.
I mean, it really is. It was a tough thing. I mean, but now this kind of the standard, like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. It's like
we're all self-promoting.
Right. Who's gonna like, nobody will put out my record. It's like, well, yeah, nobody will put out anybody's record. Like, it's fine.
But you see that the creative control that she gained really comes through, but with the art, the packaging, the comprehensive, the musicality, the production, it's just a win from top to bottom.
It's also strange that every time I look this record up, the reviews are not crazy glowing on this record. Like, and I always think like, am I doing something wrong? But it's like a lot of them are like, that's a solid B of a record. And I'm like, really? It's so good. Like, I want to fight everybody that says that. Like, I'm like, no. Oh,
yeah. I agree, because I saw like the Metacritic average was 74%. I was like, that's not right.
74. That's a C, kids. That's not good.
That is not indicative.
Yeah, I was like, what? Like, C? No, come on. But yeah, it's definitely one of mine. Has definitely stood the test of time. I had so much fun over the last week or so, I guess 2 weeks, diving into this thing again, and I've made everybody in the house is walking around humming some song from it. Oh, so good. Such a great one.
Well, Ford, let's do this again next week. What do you say?
Yeah, dog.